Good morning and welcome to our virtual cafe. Merci beaucoup and happy Thanksgiving or happy Turkey Day or Joyeux l'Action de Grâce as it's known in many other spots. So today for our special long weekend version, I was able to have a special guest join us. We have Beliana here, welcome.
Thank you, Dave.
No problem. She's one of the cleaners in our church, comes out and volunteers, thankfully, every single weekend, which is amazing. And she's here to kind of talk to us about what many of you are doing, celebrating your Thanksgiving weekend. So first off, I know that there's she's here to kind of talk to us about what many of you are doing, celebrating your Thanksgiving and many are kind of altering. So first off, I know that she's here to kind of talk to us about what many of you are doing, celebrating our and many are kind of altering. So first off, I know that how they enjoy those games, celebrate on Thanksgiving. We're going to talk a little bit about even our favorite things ever. Other than first off, food, how they enjoy those games, celebrate on Thanksgiving. We're going to talk a little bit about even our favorite things ever. Other than first off, how do you celebrate how they enjoy those games, celebrate on Thanksgiving. We're going to talk a little bit about even our favorite things ever. Other than first off, how do you celebrate how they enjoy those games, celebrate on Thanksgiving. We're going to talk a little bit about even our favorite things ever. Other than first off, how do you celebrate how they enjoy those games, celebrate on Thanksgiving. We're going to talk a little bit about even our favorite things ever. Other than first off, how do you celebrate how they enjoy those games, celebrate on Thanksgiving. We're going to talk a little bit about even our favorite things ever. Other than first off, how do you celebrate how they enjoy those games, celebrate on Thanksgiving. We're going to talk a little bit about even our favorite things ever. Other than first off, how do you celebrate how they enjoy those games, celebrate on Thanksgiving. We're going to talk a little bit about even our favorite things ever. Other than first off, how do you celebrate how they enjoy. We have set 2 fires on occasion. However, I think they know this, and we were responsible for bringing a pre-made pie and salad. So lucky for us. However, what is your plan for food-wise this weekend? What are you kind of making, and what's your go-to?
Well, we're having Thanksgiving at our house tomorrow. Today, once I leave here, I'm going home and I'm going to be making my famous pumpkin cheesecake.
Pumpkin cheese? Well, any sort of cheesecake is that?
You gotta love it, right?
Yeah.
So we're going to do that. Tomorrow I'll be making a turkey. And what I do is I picked up this tip from Martha Stewart, is I take softened butter, add some fresh rosemary, the outside of the orange, and
yes.
Forgive me, I can't remember what the name of that is.
Yeah.
Take that with some cranberries.
Ooh.
And then I take a spoon, divide the skin from the meat, and then I put that inside and spread it as much as I can in there and pop it
so
into
it cooks
the oven.
underneath.
The meat is always guaranteed to be juicy. The turkey's not dry, thank goodness. So tomorrow morning when I get up in the morning, I'll get that started. We're having garlic mashed potatoes.
Oh, yum.
I found a recipe on Pinterest because I'm always famous for trying recipes on the fly.
Yeah, oh, good for you.
It's a little dangerous, but I always do.
Brave, and I'm sure it turns out.
It does. Oddly enough, it does. I'm going to be making a slow cooker. Slow cooker, what is it that I'm making?
Like a gravy or a vegetable or
what
a
else
casserole?
Besides mashed potatoes do you have?
Casseroles
stuffing.
Or stuffing. There you go.
Sorry, it escaped my mind.
Yeah.
So it's
but you know what? I've
nice.
never heard in the slow cooker. So you do it in the slow cooker.
Yeah. So it's still moist, but it's not overly wet, and it doesn't dry out.
Oh, that's actually a neat idea. I'd never heard of it that way.
And then we're gonna have green beans with bacon.
Oh.
A lovely salad.
Can't go wrong.
And what I forgot to say, we're gonna start it off with a gorgeous brie that I put apricot jam on top of it, and some raspberries, and pop that into the oven and let it soften, and then serve it with a nice toasted baguette.
Ooh, cooked brie. So I don't know about any of you watching, but I'm still lost in the turkey land here when she was describing that. That sounds delicious.
Oh, it is. It is.
Well, best of luck with your preparation of your meal, and thank you very much for joining us today. And I wish you a very happy Thanksgiving weekend.
Thank you so much, Dave, and I wish you a happy Thanksgiving, and everyone out there, happy Thanksgiving.
Thank you very much,
and
thanks for joining us today.
No problem.
So I hope all of you enjoy your meal and your family this weekend. We're going to switch gears here a little bit, and we're going to bring in Father, who's going to join us for another discussion that seems to be on people's minds this October. So there is a bit of a debate going on. First of all, you know, there's always a debate when you bring up the subject of Halloween in general anyways. How to celebrate it? Do you celebrate it? Is it just for little ones? Do you like dressing up? Keep the costumes away from me. All of those questions go through. However, this year with everything going on, there's another question that pops up into people's minds. Do we go trick-or-treating? Do we celebrate Halloween this year? And oddly enough, in all chagrin to the children, it's actually on a Saturday this year, of all the years for it to fall on a Saturday. So Halloween is on a Saturday, which for those that celebrate would be a perfect day to be able to have Halloween. However, the question is, do we go trick-or-treating this year? Where do we actually take part in it, going around from house to house? The grocery store still thinks so, because I go to Sobeys and I see the aisles lined with the boxes of chocolates and chips. So I brought Father on to help us discuss this topic just slightly and hear his thoughts on it. So again, good morning, Father.
Good morning.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No problem. So I thought I would give you this big topic of conversation. First of all, what's your thought on Halloween? Is it just kind of up to someone to celebrate? And second, what's your thought on Halloween right now with the state of Ontario? Like, what's your thought on that?
Well, Halloween is, the actual name for it is All Hallows Eve, right?
Right.
And that goes back to the 4th century. There were so many saints, and you couldn't actually fit them all in, even in the 4th century, all the Christian martyrs and so on. So what they did is they just decided we'll have one day. We'll have one day to celebrate them all.
Okay.
And now we have so many more saints ever since the 4th century. You think back then they had so many saints. Now we have so many more.
Right.
So again, it's a day to remember them.
Okay.
And in the Catholic Church, normally we have the Eve, right? So like Christmas Eve and so on, we celebrate our masses and so on. That's why we can have mass at 5 o'clock on a Saturday evening, because we consider that to be the start of the day.
Right.
So of course, All Hallows Eve, Halloween.
Right.
Right? So it is something that we started, and I guess culture kind of took it and changed it, made it its own.
Yes,
and
pop culture elaborates and
makes
makes it its own way, right? Yes.
But I still think it's a lot of fun.
Yes.
You know, you have to, as long as kids aren't going out and, you know, throwing eggs and toilet paper and stuff everywhere, I think it's okay, as long as they don't give that sort of other notion to it from the general society based on, you know, like the Halloween movies, Jason and so on.
But, you know, going out, dressing up as their favorite character of the moment sort of thing is all in good innocence, correct?
Yeah, that's true.
And
do you still wear a costume? Or
what's that, sorry?
Do you still wear a costume?
I'm technically wearing a costume dressed up right now for the show.
Nice.
Well, actually, to be honest, in going to costume parties or any sort of Halloween-themed parties, in our family, of course the kids still like dressing up, but my wife, she says no thank you with the costumes, but I'm all about taking on the character and dressing up too. So, hey. But so now with Halloween in Ontario right now, what's your thought with going house to house? Or is that's obviously up to the family, but you know,
well, I think you have to look at the directives because they're changing day by day. I know Toronto, Montreal, Ottawa too.
Yes, Ottawa as well.
Also is back to stage 2 light. So so you need to just kind of make that call, but watch the news also to see what the suggestions are with that, and make your own call for that, whether it is safe. But you can still celebrate, do your own kind of thing at your home. And, you know, have fun, wear your costumes. Walmart still sells all the candy, so I'm sure I'm gonna snatch up some too.
Yeah, I know. I think
Father Mark, of course, for Father Mark, but you know, just
well, guard your candy stash carefully too.
Of course.
But yeah, absolutely right. You know, people are kind of modifying how they celebrate a variety of things. So I think Halloween will just become, how are you going to celebrate it this year? Celebrate just in your house, another reason to be able to have family over all together, dress up, have some guilty pleasure candy, okay, and watch a good program, good for the whole family.
Well, something we do too at St. Peter's during my time there, every All Hallows Eve, Halloween, we would dress up as a saint. We'd have like a contest.
That's a great idea.
To see who has the best costume. So people dressed up as all sorts of things, but it was usually the ones who dressed as saints who would win. And I remember as a kid, I was St. Michael the Archangel for one Halloween. I had like the big wings and everything too.
Now, did it include a halo or no halo?
I don't know, actually. I don't remember that part. I probably did.
But you had the wings.
Of course.
That'd be, actually, it'd be very easy to kind of make a theme go on with whatever saint you pick.
Yeah. I think we need to reclaim Halloween.
I think so too.
As Christians, right? I think we do. And you can spend that night even in prayer, you know, thinking about the saints, your favorite saints, and say a little prayer as a family, you know, with them present with you. Absolutely. It's all in what you make of it with your family. Of course. So thank you very much for joining us today, Father, to having this hot topic of Halloween. Oh, I know. So I appreciate it. Of course. And I wish your families the very best this Thanksgiving weekend. And we'll see you after this long weekend, next weekend, for our Holy Grounds Virtual Cafe. Thanks again for joining us. I'm Dave Thibert, signing out. Au revoir, joyeux élection de grâce. Happy Thanksgiving weekend. Happy Thanksgiving.